Hey, what's going on, fam? This is your boy MC Fire here, tapping in 10 minutes before market open on said Thursday. It is Thursday, December the 5th, and we're definitely diving in as usual. So we have J&J here, very nice push. Pre-market yesterday, and then it ended up following through, and then kind of leveling out here at this 150 mark. If you take a look at J&J as a result of when we got it back here at the 154 level. Definitely has already pushed past the first sign of danger. Second sign of danger is really here, but we're definitely looking to take some profits off the table. Looking really clean there. Unbalanced volume is to the downside. Definitely caught the rip there. So loving that action as of right now. We're going to continue on with some of the in plays on the day, really taking a peek at AVGO. Really did push. Hopefully, wanting to see some follow through there. I think pre market this morning it is slightly pushing above its close from yesterday. So, this is a promising sign. It's not going negative, it is going flat in an uptrend. We'll take that. AWK also. Bulls market hitting lows there. We did roll that for profits. Again, just negative. It's in a downtrend on the weekly. Higher time frame analysis combined with a daily setup in equals a pretty decent result. We had a nice clear plan to stop out if it goes above 139.54. It has since pushed down to the danger area. So we will be looking to what we already did, take potential returns off the table there for the risk. So shout out to us on pushes and double wins for AWK and Johnson & Johnson. We also have BlackRock, just being reticent that BlackRock isn't a very, very strong uptrend, what I like to call a power trend over here. Shout out to Oliver Velez. And the ability for it to cross above here makes it its ability to continue in that trend highly likely. I do kind of see that as happening. There's been plenty of opportunities, plenty of setups to catch this to the upside, but this one likes to peekaboo you on the stop out. So just keep in mind, BlackRock. Watch for that. We also have CMG here recently in the uptrend to take a stop out on CMG. Could have got back in for the post earnings play. It was a tough crack at CMG. We really shouldn't have taken this play. We kind of jumped the gun a little bit on this in this uptrend. So this play following the system probably would have worked very good. This is kind of in the beginning parts of us testing out certain things in the new system, but because we like it so much, it very well could be a game changer. So shout out to us there for that. um, we have CRM. Salesforce is absolutely just a blowout candle post earnings. So it's in an uptrend, and there's not really much news on that. We're kind of just hunting for setups here in the morning, and seeing what the game plan for the morning will be. DHR, kind of I believe we got stopped out here. Yeah, we did. Recently got stopped out. Kind of peekabooed our stop a couple days ago, and then it looks like it might want to follow through a little bit, but we'll see. ED, another one that we had some decent follow through here recently. Got a very wide stop on ED, so looking to take it off almost at the very very first sign of danger. Unbalanced volume is to the downside, and we're in a recently new defined downtrend. So on the weekly, so but a very aggressive rip in that downtrend. So with stuff like this, it very easily just go into a kind of a distribution or accumulation phase. So you just kind of gotta watch it. Don't give it a whole lot of leeway. Here we did give it at least to what the market's giving, but post that, take it off, move on to the next one if it's not agreeing. Coca-Cola playing out very, very nice. We did definitely shout this one out. Didn't like the unbalanced volume green, and the play was still here. Very, very clear play. If you would have took it 3 days ago, nice follow through. Hasn't really got down to the location where we would ideally want to be taking profits, but the move would have had some really good follow through, like straight into profit and continuing the next couple days. You have this one here, that is K KVUE, and SKVUE isn't a very, very powerful uptrend as of recently. I guess you could say since A5, right? Nice hammer candle. A very nice hammer candle in open waters here. There's no earnings. Maybe some news came out, but essentially, right? If this play bounces to the upside, you're coming from below the 8 period moving average. So I would say really good coming out of um, the positive the positive cloud here on the weekly. So this is kind of what we want to see, and with this much volatility, looking to see some fall through if some people get off sides. We're hoping that that plays out today. Let's see if it's already in motion. Uh, Looks like pre-market it's kind of trending upwards, so that's good. Right, that's actually not too bad. Um, let's see what else we got. Live Nation, we've kind of touched on that a lot. Not really much to say there. It's in the stratosphere, so yeah. Apply at your own risk. Nike's kind of very interesting right now. It could be going in a transitional phase from negative to positive. It is still currently in a death cross, but could be transitioning to a golden cross. We see some accumulation here happening at the lows. So if it's wanting to make a new pivot low and a subsequent higher low, which it has done here, and a pivot low here, but I can't really say that it's in a just a very clear uptrend as of right now. So just kind of watch out for Nike. The jury's still out for that, and they got earnings, so I think earnings is going to be the deciding factor for Nike, up or down. Uh, Looking pretty decent for NVTS. We do have a buy bias here, even though it is in a downtrend, right? Just full disclosure there, we do have a buy bias. Seeing this nice rip is kind of healthy for us. So, but I still would, even with a buy bias, we could see some confirmation to the downside if it breaks here and some follow through. That's just something to keep in note. There's probably a little bit of a short squeeze here, but post short squeeze could be some follow through. The market opens in about 1 minute and 20 seconds, so we're just gonna make sure we take note of the key ones. PCG already in positive, are already in, and taking some heat on that. SCHD, this is probably one that we'd like to see a setup in. Long time dividend stock there, or a long time dividend ETF, excuse me. So getting buy opportunity here, but for certain, we are looking for that. Let's see here in the stratosphere, VUG in the stratosphere, XLE. This could be a very, very healthy buying opportunity here. So in an uptrend, very sharp dip, and a very large setup. Typically, we like the smaller setup candles, but it is there for XLE. Again, using the simple system, we can expedite looking at these plays, right? XLK, shout out to XLK. We did take some profits off the long-term profits off the table there, but essentially nice blowout candle here up at the highs. We're gonna go take a peek at open at the Qs, but before we do that, XLE and XOM, or XOM is in the neighborhood of XLE. So I would definitely look to see this as confirmation for play on XLE. So hopping right over to the Qs into the market, definitely opening considerably higher. We're going to go ahead and take that roll on J and J before things get too spicy here. Definitely going to take that on the trade before it starts to bounce around. So we'll go over to the monitor tab, look at J and J, and I'll show you guys how we do the roll here. No funny business on this end. So we'll go ahead and hit, just right click roll, create rolling order, and then boom. So we're not necessarily rolling for time. We are rolling for position for J&J. I really like how everything wants to get in your way when you're trying to execute a trade at speed. Hotkeys would be preferred, but here we go. So we're gonna roll kind of slightly out of the money here. The strike is on the buy side 149, and it's actually pushing, so that's good on that 149. And then the sell strike is 147. So that's what we're gonna do. It's already kind of laid out here on the buy side. We're gonna put that at 149, and on the sell side 147. Boom. Right. The time, we got to make sure we keep the time the same for the 20th of December. Nice. Boom. You get a nice juicy credit there. Go ahead and send that off. Boom. And boom. Just roll our contract up. So shout out to us. So we sold that contract there at the relative lows there. The strike is a little lower, but we rolled it. And then go ahead and disclose what the strike is with the colored line. So if we go back and look at our monitor tab here, the buy side strike, right, for buying to open, it identifies it as a condor, but it's not. So buy to open strike was 149. So we'll go into the chart and we'll just go, hey, 149 is right here, and that's where we'll put the line. So very good roll, man. It actually could push through that. Just this is the best way to, when I talk about risk management, that you can take some money off the table, eliminating some of your risk while maintaining in a trend because you still have time. In the play is still valid, right? So we'll make this a. We just wanted it to take some money off the table there. And that's good. You can pay yourself often. So if it goes against you, you've already taken the money from your initial investment back and you're still in the play as well. That is huge. If you can kind of grasp that concept, I'm telling you right now, you'll be great at this game. So we'll go take back a look, a peek at the cues and see if it wants to push. We also need to take a look at monitor. Is it time to take profits on our Q trade? It is at 77%. We will go ahead and take the opportunity to take profits for you guys. It's kind of the same thing here. We'll go to the monitor tab. We'll pop open the cues there. Select the vertical we want. Right click, create rolling order for the vertical there, right? And then, so what are we looking to do? Let's see. What's our, boom, here we go. Kind of the same thing here. We want to keep it 50-20. So the buy side is 520, 524. 524. And the sell side on the 20 delta, this column is a delta here, is 533. So you can go faster than slow. That'd be nice. Boom. Okay. And then you have keep the same. We'll keep the same dates, which is the 13th. It likes to push you out for time as well. So, but we don't want to do that. We just want to roll it up and out, or just roll it up, not out. So that did send. We'll see if it executes here pretty soon. Might have to adjust it. There is some pullback there, but if it gives us any kind of bounce, it probably will execute in accordance. There it is. So did execute the roll. It is there. Boom. We'll go ahead and put our arrow there for tracking's sake. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we just took some profits on J&J, just took some rolling profits on Qs. We are still in these plays. Why most people don't teach this as a strategy, we'll never understand. Immediately after the roll, bounced, hit VWAP, and currently the play is still in profits because we did roll at the money. So what does that look like? It essentially looks like us being in the position from our setup all the way here, taking that play BLK as a market above. So BlackRock is pushing. Shout out to BlackRock. But being above this level here at 5038 has pushed. And then we were able to take profits at the first sign of danger and then just take some off the table a little bit after that. So it's really good that it is continuing to push. And we've been in this play for about 2 weeks. So shout out to us for taking considerable profits off the table in just 2 weeks of this nice Q push. I like the main indexes. Their signals are pretty good on the follow throughs. One back here was very clear. You get a very clean, high probability setup follow through for there, especially after a dip in the uptrend. Same thing for here, here, and here. Not too many getting into hot water. This one you get into hot water a little bit as we put the stop, but it never really gets down, keeping it to our typical risk level that we like to keep. And the spies is actually relatively stronger than the Qs currently. So just keep that in mind. We'll go ahead and move our red line up here. Just kind of lets us know where relative highs are. Probably do that same thing for the Qs. Boom. For since we have you guys here and we have a little time to go over some stuff, we'll go look at some of the other potential plays here. Nothing too crazy. Got Nvidia pushing back to highs again. We full disclosure, we are in a leap since back here. We had since rolled at kind of this level all the way up here. Since it was a leap, that was the 50-20. So not really looking to worry too much about Nvidia as long as it remains in the uptrend. Even if it doesn't, we've already taken our initial risk off the table. So I would be completely happy with this just being out there and running. Now we do want to protect capital as it's to not waste any money, but in this sand right now, being patient is probably the best thing you can do. 6J has been kind of popular on the watch list here recently. If it breaks below this level, we can see the yen take a considerable hit. The yen has been struggling considerably over the last couple years. So just keep that in mind. It could be finding some accumulation because I heard they are dropping American bonds. So we'll see. Maybe the equivalent to the Japanese Fed has a solution there to kind of save their currency. But as it stands right now, people are working and the economy is moving fine. So just something to watch there. It is in a downtrend as defined by our rules. But if it breaks this, we could see potentially lows being hit down here. And especially if it breaks this support level too. That follow through rotationally is a higher probability for sure. We could see look at some yields, right? Nothing as of yet in negative territory. It isn't a rip, so but no setups for sure. I would definitely say watch watch below this support level right here at 103.007. Watch below that support level. So just keep that in mind. Same thing's going to be for the ZF. You know, it's respecting this support level at 107.205. So if it's respecting that and we're in a downtrend, you could see some follow through. There is no setup, no clear edge for us there, but there is a setup there. So just keep that. You are in a downtrend. It is taking a rip. Buying opportunities galore. You are essentially in the cloud. So if I was gonna play this, there's one way to play this, or there's many ways to play this. You could say, okay, if it comes back down and it trends below the low of current week, I could take an entry with a stop out at the high because it'll already be above this level. That's one play that you could take. You could take if it crosses below the low of the previous week with a stop out of the high of this week, you could take that as well. I would say both would be valid. You'd be looking. I'd take the earlier one to eliminate your risk, not the latter, because the risk is doubled, almost tripled for taking the break of previous week's low, and the reward might be here. So taking the former would be better than taking the latter for sure on that. Go take a look at some other good bad boys right here. We already talked about Nvidia and a little bit, but let's see what it's doing because the XLE could track with a big push in XCOM. That's really where your heavily weighted stuff is at for XCOM. We'll go ahead and take a look at how at the XLE in the grid is looking. Let's go take a dive, a little small deep dive in XLE components. Boom. Close this down to get more space on the chart. Close this down to get more space on the chart so we can show you guys what we're talking about. Essentially, all these green lines mean, or this is just a quick way for us to identify, hey, which stocks are doing pretty good on the weekly. And you can actually open these up and cycle through them pretty quickly. I like speed. I don't like spending all day at the computer, and I know most people don't either. So finding a quick and efficient way to kind of just get a bottom left, top right, or top left, bottom right view on the market. Are we in uptrend, downtrend? What are we in? Is very good. For these, we have a dual moving average clouds. One is the 8 and the 21, as we like it, but the other one is the 2150. So we use a little longer time frame to kind of just get a deeper understanding of, hey, where are we at as regards to the trend for longer term trends and more aggressive bounces into those clouds, right? Just adds a little bit more stability and clarity in our. I don't normally trade with that normally, but it's good to see. So as you can see, we're cycling through here. You got XCOM, the one we are just looking at. Stability potentially. There could be a bounce. There has been a trend with the bouncing and respecting around the 50 peer moving average, right? Got a golden cross back here, which is identified on the weekly chart anyway for our system and setup. But a lot of it's kind of the same story for a lot of these, kind of channeling either neutral or down. So like this one is kind of a narrowing channel there, and then you have a channeling down for Chevron there, and then SLB channeling down, right? Kind of rotational, just making lower highs and lower lows, respectively, in a downtrend. So shorten the rip could be pretty juicy there for SLB. We'll go ahead and put that there. So this could be, as you can see, nice juicy rips into the moving average clouds there, and then it takes a nosedive. Boom. Continue on through here. We just want to look, and if you notice at the top left, right, you're getting, it's basically a snapshot. You're like, hey, if I had to just in general quickly say what the overall market of the XLE is, well, here are your outperformers here. You got double greens. I don't know why Meta's in here. We'll figure that out later. But these bad boys right here, they are in tune with the reason why it's neutral. Got some outperformers, got some laggards, and you got some middle of the road guys here, right? Outperformer, outperformer, laggard, and middle of the road. So collectively, XLE is comprised of kind of a mixed bag, some good, some bad, and some in the middle, what makes it kind of in the middle. But if we can get the big boy X, the heavily weighted stuff, pushing in the right direction, you could see some fall through, but you would want to see that confirmed on the XLE, right? Check out there. Okay, we're gonna go back to this bad boy. Okay, so and then we'll pull up this guy, SYM, XOM. We already kind of went over that. SYM. Oh, we didn't hit this. So another thing to note here, watching this very, very closely, was a little hesitant to go ahead and pull the trigger. Right, there is a setup here on the in the uptrend. There's a setup here, very, very rich setup, as well as a secondary fall through, blow through, engulfing. But because of this massive gap pullback, uh, we've been seeing a lot of gap and go and then close. So I wasn't too ready to just jump in to the upside. But I was like, if you're gonna push, maybe you might double bounce. It did end up pushing here, but I was like, okay, make me a believer. Do it again. Do it again. I won't even wick you out. Do it again. Just get above the open, and then we'll take it. Obviously, we'll respect all of our buyers, which will be down here, right? The punishment for getting in late is you increase risk, and we'll take a smaller position. We might even do a butterfly on this bad boy to look for it to close this gap. 2 week butterfly, because I'm not totally sold on this play. I'll tell you that right now. Into slot might have a lot, so we're not going to go through all of that. We could do that probably in a later video, if I do end up going through that this morning. But guys, I thank you so very much for your time. As you can see, it doesn't take that much time to execute trades. The first 30 minutes of the day, come in, take your profits, get your setups, look at it the night before, look at it in the morning, and then go on about your day. If you get an alert, right, this is why you have it. Or you can set up OCO systems. Those are automatic trading systems, like if it hits this level, do like most of that time is opening and closing. You're not going to get a lot of rolls without having the limits, and you're not going to know the limits without knowing like doing quants and all this other stuff. So I would say alerts and OCOs are probably going to be your best bet if you're looking to close. So, but I appreciate your guys' time, and keep trading, keep pushing, don't quit. Show up every day, read a lot about this stuff. You'll hear there's a lot of consistencies in trader mindset, but a lot of inconsistencies in setup and systems. A lot of different systems that you could trade. There's more than one way to skin the cat and in the community, but the mindset of being patient, picking your rules, keeping your journal, however you want to do that, and that those are pretty consistent. So a good book for that is The Disciplined Trader. You could go investigate that on your own. Get the audiobook, check it out. But thank you guys. This is your boy MC Fire. Have a good day and goodbye.